Hi you guys, it's Jessi Gish. Today I thought I would film a little Q&A for you guys because it's been about 2 years since my last one and my life has changed so much. So I wanted to do this for you guys because most of my videos are either in the salon doing clients or it's a travel vlog while I'm on the road teaching. So it's been a while since I just sat in front of the camera and chit-chatted, and I thought it would be a little fun catching you guys up to date on my life type of video. So I asked you guys on Instagram this morning questions and I screenshot all of the questions and I'm going to be answering them now. So if you're interested in watching this, stay tuned. So before we get started with this video, I just wanted to introduce myself for those of you that are either new subscribers or haven't been following me very long. My name is Jessi Gish. I own a hair salon and hair extension company based out of Utah. That's where I live. I have been doing hair since 2011 and it is now 2019, which is crazy. I'm 26 years old and I opened my salon 3 years ago. And in those 3 years, we have moved locations twice and we are now about to move for the third time into a new location. I opened a hair extension company. I have been teaching on YouTube since the beginning, and also I travel the country 1 to 2 times a month teaching hair extension and color classes to all of you guys, and it's just my absolute dream job. Before I started YouTube and my salons, I actually taught hair school for a little while. And then I had to stop doing that when I opened my salon, and the YouTube and the traveling and the teaching has just been a way to reignite that teaching passion that I once had. So thank you to all of you that attend my classes, those of you that watch my videos. It means the world to me because it is because of you that I get to live my dream job. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's get going with the questions. All right, if you guys hear a little pitter-pattering on the wood floor or you see my dogs in front of me, that's just my life. I swear whenever I bring the camera out, the dogs just immediately gravitate towards me. Maybe they just like being on camera, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna go through the questions that I screenshot today. So the first question is, what does the Z in Jay-Z stand for? I get this question all the time, and a lot of times people will actually come into the salon thinking they have an appointment with Jay-Z and they think my name's Jay-Z. My name's Jessi, but my salon and company names are Jay-Z Styles, and the J is for Jessi and the Z is for Zach, my husband. And when we were dating and newly married, everyone just kind of called us Jay-Z. It was like our couple nickname, and at our wedding we had like a big Jay-Z blown up like on cardboard letters. It was really cute. So it kind of just naturally fit, and that is what Jay-Z is. Okay, question number 2. This is a really good question because I think about this all the time. It says, do you feel pressure to be in business mode at all times? Meaning, do you go to the grocery store in sweatpants, or are you ever always Jessi the salon owner? I struggle with this sometimes as I know I can always be meeting a new client, and I often think about first impressions, but also sweatpants. I love that one. So that's a funny question because I actually just went to the grocery store like an hour ago and I'm in yoga pants and a sweater. And luckily, I live in a small town and it's not like too many people I feel like know me, but I do get stopped occasionally, especially when we're traveling out, when we're, doing classes, and then sometimes it does happen here where I live. So I do feel that pressure to be on always. I've had a few friends ask me, like, is that always why you wear makeup and your hair's always done? And part of it is, yes, I do feel like I have an image to uphold, and when I'm in the salon or I'm out, just grocery shopping like she said, or I'm out running errands, I do feel like if someone recognizes me or if they've been to my salon, I have to present that image. And a couple years ago, that wasn't the case. No one really knew who we were, but now we are growing and we're pretty well known in our area. And because of that, I've had to kind of think about how I present myself no matter where I'm at. Like 2 examples was I was shopping with my sister at the mall a couple days ago, and we were getting things for a photo shoot we were doing, and the girl behind the counter asked what the name of our salon was and what we were doing the shoot for, and I told her it was Jay-Z Styles, and the girl next to her was like, oh my gosh, I go to Ricky there, and then the girl next to her was like, oh my gosh, I go to Kate at your salon, and everyone in line knew who we were. So I was like, oh, good thing I was like nice to the girl checking us out, not that I wouldn't have been, but you never know who's listening and who knows who you are. And then I was at the movie theater on Christmas Day, and a girl in the lobby started screaming my name, and she was like, Jessi, oh my gosh. And so it just kind of happens, and it's totally fine, and it's something I've gotten used to over the years. It's something you never fully get used to just because it's weird to me. Like, just because I make these videos and I have a salon that people know who I am, it's kind of crazy. But because of that, I do have to always be on. and it can be tiring. For someone like me, I am a little bit antisocial in the fact of, like, I have social anxiety really bad, and it's really hard for me to be on 24/7. So luckily behind a camera or when I'm editing my videos, it's really easy for me because I'm alone. But all day I'm in the salon talking to my clients, talking to the salon clients, dealing with customers, and I do have to be on. So when I come home, I just like to decompress and unwind. And if I'm like, you know, running errands or going to the grocery store, it can be hard because I still have to be on. So that's a really good question. And for any salon owners out there, and even hairdressers who are trying to build their clientele, that's really good advice for you guys too, because even though you may think that you're off the clock, you're never off the clock if you're trying to build a clientele or build your brand or build your name, because every single person you meet could be a potential client or a potential customer. So you just have to kind of think about how you are presenting yourself. And we did learn in hair school, my teachers would always tell me, when you go grocery shopping, don't wear sweats to the grocery store. And that was kind of hand in hand with what that question had said. And it's because you never know who could be your next client. And I can't tell you how many business cards I've handed out in the bank, at the grocery store, at the movie theater, just anywhere. So just keep in mind that as someone who works with the public, you do have to be on at all times. And it's a little more high profile when you own businesses, but even as a hairdresser, just try to put your best foot forward, because you never know where your next client could come from. What cosmetology school did you attend? I started at Aveda Provo. It's here in Utah, and it was a great school. Aveda has amazing products, but it just wasn't for me because I did feel like I was a little bit pigeonholed in Aveda. And if you've been to an Aveda school, you know this, and for some of you it's amazing, and I'm not knocking it at all, but you have to use Aveda's color, Aveda's, you know, everything. Everything is Aveda. And because of that, it makes it really hard to venture outside of Aveda. So if I wanted to open a salon like I did, or work at another salon after school, it was limiting my options. So because of that, I decided to transfer schools. I went to the Forum Academy. It's here in American Fork in Utah, and it was a great school. I loved that I got to learn all different color lines, all different techniques. I had amazing teachers. The owners were really great, and they are a great school. So if you were in the area, definitely check them out. Okay, this question is, do you get self-tanned or get spray tanned? We would love to know your process and products if it's self-tan. I have done both. Currently, right now, I have a pass at Beaches Tanning. It's here in Utah. I don't know if they have locations outside of Utah, but if you were here in this state, it's incredible. I have an all-access, like unlimited spray tan pass. So I believe it's $45 a month, and I can go get spray tans as often as I want. I usually do it just before trips or an event. So I just did one before I went to Arizona last weekend, and then I'm going to Florida this weekend, and I will get another one. And what I love about them is they have different color options. They have bronzers and scents you can add in, and it's literally in and out within 10 minutes. I never have to wait very long. I go in, the machine does it, I'm done, out, easy. So I definitely recommend Beaches if you were in the area. I also have a girl at my salon who does spray tans. Her name's Casey, and I've had her do mine before too, and she's amazing as well. So if you're in Utah, you can check out Casey at our salon, or you can check out Beaches. Okay, this question is, how did you come to start an extension line? This is a question I get asked pretty often, and it's something that I never know how to answer because the process was so crazy. But basically, I opened my salon in May of 2016, and soon after, I started approaching a few different extension companies that I had worked with for years and just asked them what the process would be to get an extension bar in my salon, because we do so many extensions and not having them in hand, in-house was just really hard. So I approached a few different companies, talked to them about the options, and it was going to be really expensive. So at that point, me and my parents, who were my business partners, were kind of like, you know what, if we're going to invest all of this money into another extension company, why not just do it ourselves? I've been doing extensions for years. My mom's been doing them even longer than me because she does hair. So why not just do it? We feel like we know enough. Let's just do it. And we actually have a picture of us in their hallway the night that we decided to do it, and we just kind of like try to document the big decisions we make. So I thought that I was like so prepared, and you know, I know so much about extensions, this will be easy, and it was not easy. So I want to say that process started in like July of 2016, and we launched the extensions June of 2017, so almost a full year. So it took almost a full year to really get everything going, and that's finding a manufacturer, finding good quality hair, customizing colors, names, the packaging, everything that goes into it, marketing, just all of that, taxes, things you don't even know until you own a business. It's crazy. So yeah, it took me a year to launch it, and I do get asked a lot I will get messages on Instagram from stylists, I'm looking to start my own extension company. How do I do it? And I just want you guys to know that I am in a contract with my business partners. I'm not allowed to actually say anything about it because the process was very expensive and time consuming, and it took us a long, long time to figure it out and get it right. And so because of that, we don't release secrets or how we did it. So if you guys have ever messaged me and asked me those things, if I gave you a vague answer, I just have to apologize for that. I'm not legally allowed to say anything more than that, but I am always so excited for you guys. If you want to start your own extension company or your own hair care company or whatever it is that you want to do, I am in full support of you. I am not the type of person that's worried about competition or catty if other girls do the same thing as me. It's just not my thing. So if I have not answered your question, it's only because we worked so hard to protect what we have now, and it's not because I don't want you to succeed. So that's really all I can say about it, but just know that if you are interested in starting a company of your own, it takes a lot of hard work, time, money, sacrifice, but it is all worth it in the end. Okay, I love this question. So it says, did you have an interior designer company help you make your inspirations for your salon become reality? And if so, what company? So I get this question a lot because we do have our second salon now going on to our third, and with each salon we've kind of elevated our style. And the answer is that my mom is an interior designer. So she also works for an extension, oh my gosh. Can you even believe it? Extension company. Yes, she does work for us, so that's part of her job, but she works for a construction company, and she is their, oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me if I don't remember the name. She is a superintendent. She does that for them. And then she also does design work. She's designed homes in the Parade of Homes, and she's just really talented. So with every salon we've done, I have always told her my vision, what I want, and then she just brings it to life and makes it better than I thought it would be. So without my mom, I would be lost because she has done all the design work in my house, my salon, everything. She's just incredible. So I have to give a big shout out to her because we would be lost without her. And I also have to give a shout out to my family because my business would not run efficiently without them. And we always joke that we literally have like every perfect person in my family and my friend group to be like what we need for the salon. So my dad does computer software and works with building websites. So he actually designed our whole website. He does all the technical stuff for us. My mom does the design and construction. Kira, my younger sister, has a lot of management experience. She's lived in different countries managing, and she now manages our companies, which is amazing. Bailey, my other younger sister, works for us full time. She manages the shipping department and then also assistant manages Kira. And they just kind of hand in hand run the salon. And she managed a soda shop here in Utah for a long time and was working her way up in that company, did really well. And then I brought her on, so she has experience as well. And they're both just really, really great with customer service and business. And then I do have a few friends that work for me. So my friend Mariah has been with us for a long time, since the very beginning of the salon. She's helped us put each salon together. She's really handy at like putting stations together. She's really good at like just the back office, like business stuff, and she does that for us. And then we recently brought on my other friend Spencer, and he works for us part-time going into full-time soon, and he just does everything else, like reception, assistant work. He comes on trips with us. Like every little gap that we had needed filled, he filled it. So I am so blessed to have my family and my friends work for me, and it isn't just me that makes the company go, it's all of us. So if you guys have ever emailed or DM'd us, you're usually talking to one of them, and just know that they run the company so well, and I couldn't do it without them. Okay, so this next question says, how long did it take you to master the hand-tied weft extension JZ method? I'm coming to one of your classes and I'm scared it's going to take me so long to get comfortable doing it on clients. I love this question, and it's something that I want to address for those of you that are looking to come to a class. So in the extension training, we do teach our JZ method for the hand-tied wefts and for tape-ins, and you get certified in our extensions and you become a JZ certified extension artist, and you go on our website, which is awesome because then people in your area can find you if they're looking for someone. I always tell the girls or boys or anyone that comes to my class that if you come to the class, don't expect to leave feeling like an expert and knowing what you're doing. It always takes a while to get the hang of it. I tell everyone that it took me a good year to feel like, okay, I actually got this and this is what I want to do because it's so amazing. But for the first year, I really struggled with doing extensions. So just know that that's completely normal. If you are struggling, it will get better, but it will only get better if you are consistent and you keep practicing. That is the only way to build your clientele and perfect your craft. So I recommend grabbing a doll, head, a friend, a family, and just practicing as often as you can. After you take our class, we do send a 30-minute video that goes over the extension methods we taught in the class in depth, so you can watch it up close while you practice. And that video has really helped a lot of the stylists take the class and then apply it to the salon life that they're in. So I really feel like it's a beneficial technical class to take. It's hands-on, you learn so much, you become certified, and we have so much fun at our classes. So if you were interested in coming to a class, I will leave the link in the description box below so you can register for one of the classes coming up. Okay, this question says, what is your favorite part about being a salon owner? By the way, I love your videos. They have helped me so much this past year. Thank you so much to whoever said that. My favorite part about being a salon owner is the friendship that I've built with all of the stylists I have. We really do feel like we are family at the salon. Every salon goes through turnover. We've had people come, we've had people go, but as of right now, we have a really, really solid group of stylists. They've all been with us for months, years, even longer. It's just crazy, and I love every single one of them so much. They all gel really well together. We all have fun in the back room. We all get along. There's hardly ever drama at our salon, and I love, love, love that. So that's probably my favorite part about being an owner, is seeing the stylists at my salon progress and grow. Like the girls and stylists I've hired from day one, and seeing where they are now, it just makes me so happy. And just to see where they can take their own careers is just so rewarding. This question says, if you weren't doing hair, what do you think your career would have been? Wow, this is such a good question. I kind of always knew I was going to do hair just because my mom did it and I grew up around it. But I did go through a period when I was 18 where I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do hair just because my mom did. I wanted to do what was right for me. So I struggled for a little bit, and I considered going to CNA school. I actually did get my CNA. So I was either going to progress with nursing, or I was going to go into dental assisting. I looked at going to college for English. There was a few different options. My dad always pushed college, and I was always a little resistant. But I think one of those things is probably what I would have done. But then luckily I decided just to go for it and sign up for hair school. And I'm so glad I did, because it was the best decision I ever made. I can't believe how much this career has done for me and my family, and I just can't even imagine my life without it. So I'm really happy that I did that. But I think, like, just thinking about who I am as a person, if I wasn't doing this, I would love to be an English teacher at a school, just because I do enjoy reading and writing. It's a passion of mine, and so that's probably what I would be doing if I wasn't doing this. Okay, would you recommend doing an apprenticeship to get licensed, or go to a cosmetology school? This is such a good question. I think that both have their benefits. The only downside to cosmetology schools is you do get thrown into a program with however many stylists, and you were just taught the basics. What the state tells them to teach you, what their curriculum is, what that school wants to teach is what you're going to learn. And I always say that school teaches you this much and the real world teaches you this much. So just keep in mind that every school is going to have its ups and downs, and school is not reality. I feel like a lot of people go to a cosmetology school and they have drama with the girls, or they just don't like the experience, and then they don't do hair. And that's so sad to me, because it's literally just a year or two of your life, and then it gets so much better after. So if you are in that situation right now, don't give up, because I promise you, you're gonna love it. But I will say that the advantage to cosmetology school is that they have this curriculum in place for you, and you do get to learn a lot. The pro to an apprenticeship is that you get to be hands-on, one-on-one with someone. I've actually looked into doing it for girls that I know that want to do hair school, and I have my instructor's license, so I'm able to kind of take that I did have my instructor's license. It's expired now, but I need to renew it so I can do this. And if I were to renew it, then I could have someone come under my wing and teach. I could teach them what I know and give them the hours through me. And it's really nice because it's one-on-one, hands-on, and there's a few benefits like that. But the only downside, at least in Utah, is it requires more hours than school, so it usually takes you a little bit longer. So I would just say, look at your options, weigh the pros and cons, see what works best for you. But my one piece of advice either way is research your schools, research who you want to do an apprenticeship through, and tour as many schools as you can, because I, with my first school, toured the first one. That was it. Yay. I was so excited. I just signed up and ended up not being the right fit, and I transferred, like I had said before. So do your research, look at all the schools in your area, and then make an educated decision based off of that. Okay, this question says, what made you fully decide to open your new salon in Pleasant Grove? So she is referring to the third location that we will be opening this year. If you follow me on Instagram, you have seen the post about it, and then I did do a YouTube video about it as well here. So this was a really hard decision to make. If you've been following me for a while, you know that the salon we are in now, we moved into a year ago, so we've only been there a year. When we moved in, we thought at least 5 years minimum, but life had other plans for us. We ended up finding this other building. It's down the street from our current one, so it's on the same road. It's on a busy street. It's beautiful. It's huge. It has the exact layout that we want. It was just like a dream come true, and it fell into our laps. Obviously, it's a lot more money. It's a big risk and investment, and it's a little bit scary. So it took us a good month to kind of, go back and forth and really decide. But in the end, we decided that we needed to do it because we are outgrowing our current space quicker than we thought we would. And we knew for sure within the next year we'd have to end up finding a new place because of that. Because we have launched new products, our hair orders are getting bigger and bigger, and we have more exciting products to come. So just thinking of the reality of that made us realize we had to do it, because if we passed it and then we needed a new space in a year, that building would be gone and we'd have to move to a different city, and that would be hard for our clients, and we would never find a building as amazing as that one. So that was our decision, and it was a scary decision to make, but we're so happy with it, and hopefully it all goes well. As of right now, it's still under construction. I've been posting updates for you guys on Instagram and here on YouTube, and I will continue to do weekly vlogs so you guys can see the progress that the salon is making. And as of right now, we are shooting for a March-April opening. So I'm excited to get into like the decorating and the fun part of it for you guys, because I know that you guys are just gonna love it, because I love watching videos like that and they're just so much fun. So yeah. Okay, this question says, how did you build your clientele? This is a really great question, and my biggest piece of advice to anyone looking to build is make sure you're in a salon or an area that has either a name, high foot traffic, high call-in traffic. Make sure you're in the right place to actually build a clientele. And then second of all, don't be afraid to hand out business cards. Whether you're at a restaurant, grocery store, in the bank drive-thru, hand them out wherever you go. And then also have a referral program, so the clients that do come to you can refer their friends and family, and then you can get a discount for that client, and that will make them come back as well. That's the best way. And then my biggest piece of advice is say yes to everything you can. I know that there are stylists who will choose not to work late nights or not to work weekends, and that's totally fine. But just know that in the beginning, while you're building, if you limit your schedule or you limit your time, it's going to be a little bit harder. So for example, at our salon, we just give call-ins to whoever best fits the time that the client needs. We don't have a ranking system on who's best or who's been there longest. And because of that, the girls that are willing to be more open, they get the appointments. Sorry, I should say girls and boys, because we have Ricky. But they get the appointments because they're more willing to have their schedule be flexible. And I feel like as a stylist, a new stylist especially, having a flexible schedule is key. Say yes to every opportunity, every client you can. And then when it gets time to start closing your books and you're getting fully booked and you're not taking new clients, that's when you can be a little pickier and choose your schedule. So for example, when I was first starting, I worked every day I could, 6 days a week, till the late night. I was there at the salon till like 2 a.m. sometimes. I would take clients whenever I could. And now I'm at the point where I work 1 day a week, and it's still a crazy day. It's about 9 to 10 p.m. usually, if not a little bit later. And it's 1 day because I have so many other things going on that my clients know I only take clients Thursdays, and that's the day they book. And now that I'm established, I'm able to do that. So just know that it takes hard work and paying your dues, but you will get there. Okay. How do you find the time for social media, being behind the chair, and your family? What's your schedule like trying to find a healthy balance? This is one that I don't think I even have good advice for, because it's something I'm still learning on. But it's definitely hard when you have so much going on. So for my life, for example, I have my family, I have my husband and my dogs, I have a salon that I run full-time, a hair extension company, an education business where I'm traveling 1 to 2 times a month teaching, a YouTube channel, a full clientele, and I'm constantly working on new products for the companies, and that takes up time as well. So in reality, I feel like I have like 4 full-time jobs, and it's really hard to balance that with family and husband and dogs. Luckily, I don't have kids yet, because if I did, I just don't know how I would do it. It's so crazy. But my biggest piece of advice is take time for yourself. That's something that I'm trying really hard to work on. So my typical schedule right now is Thursdays are the days I take clients. So I am booked all day long. Those are crazy days. I don't get anything done but those clients, and I try really hard on those days to focus on my clients only. Before I was taking clients a few days a week, but then I was also doing stuff for the salon and extension company, and I felt like my clients weren't getting me 100%. So the one day I take clients now, I focus on them fully, and then the other days I will have to focus on the other things like education, salon, hair, all of that stuff, YouTube. And now that I have that schedule, it's been a little easier to book in like alone time and downtime. So now I take days off on Mondays, and that's actually today, which is why I'm filming this video. And today I've already gotten my house cleaned, I've gone grocery shopping, I've taken a bath. I've just had time to like decompress and like be by myself and with my dogs and my husband and just, you know, chill and just have that time for myself. And for a while there, I wasn't taking that time and I was getting really burnt out. And I'm the kind of person that's a workaholic, and I'm go, 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 and I want to constantly be doing things. And even on my days off, like today, I'm still filming for YouTube and answering emails. I'm still working, but it's from home, so it's a little easier. But having that time just to like chill has really helped me be able to like categorize like in my mind like what needs to be done and just feel a little bit better and more calm. So taking a bath, going to the gym, those two things are really good like energy releasers for me, so I always try to find time to do that. But I would just say prioritize your time and prioritize what you're doing. So if you're a full-time stylist and you have a family, if your family always comes first, of course, then make sure that you're doing a schedule that works around them, and vice versa with other things. So I would just say really take the time to prioritize. Don't say yes to everything and everyone. I know that contradicts what I said when you're building. If you are new in building, say yes, but if you're established and you have clients that continually walk all over you and try to get in last minute when you need them to pre-book and they don't, things like that, that's when you can say no if it's cutting into your sanity and your family time. But other than that, do say yes. So I would just say taking time for yourself is key, and it's something I'm still working on. And if I ever have like the magical tip to this, I'll let you know, but it's something I struggle with as well. Okay, this one says, how do you stay so motivated in growing your Instagram, YouTube, and business? Oh, this is such a good question. I feel like it is really hard for stylists or anyone on Instagram these days because it is so competitive. Whether you're building a business, you're doing hair, you're a YouTuber, a vlogger, a blogger, anything like that that's on Instagram and YouTube now, it can be hard because it's competitive and there's so many other people doing it and they're, you know, really good at it. So it's hard to compare yourself and be like, oh, I'm not as good, I'm not going to try. And my advice is to focus on yourself. If it is hurting you and your confidence to look at other people's things, just stop looking. Focus on you. Do what you think is best for your business, and also stay true to who you are. I would say the biggest reason I am successful is because I've always stayed true to my voice. So my businesses, my Instagram, my YouTube, I let it all reflect who I am, and it's family values and it's fun. If you've ever been to a class with me and Sarah, we like to keep it fun and lighthearted, and that's just who we are. And I feel like because of that, people are drawn to us because it's just who we are. It's real. And if you are ever swayed to be someone you're not, or you're pressured to do things in your business or your Instagram or anything that doesn't feel genuine to you, don't do it. I can't stress that enough. I've been in situations like that and my gut was just telling me no, 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 but I had to learn the hard way and I've been through it, and then I had to make changes because of it. So just know that if you stay genuine, that's going to keep you motivated. If you start to veer off into someone you're not going to want to do it and you're going to end up resenting it. But YouTube and Instagram are part of my job now, and sometimes it's embarrassing to say that to people. Like if I have to take a photo or do a video, sometimes I get embarrassed because not a lot of people understand it, but it is part of my job, and it's the reason that I've built Instagram and YouTube have built my business, and I'm so grateful for that. So I would say stay motivated by always posting content that you're excited about, posting new tools, new product reviews, anything like that that just keeps you motivated is what's going to help you. So find your motivation and then always go off of that. All right, you guys, my camera died right as I was filming my outro for this video. Luckily, it didn't cut out any of the questions, but it died just at the end. So I am just filming a little outro here for you guys. Let me know if you liked this type of video. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be doing another Q&A part 2 soon because I only got about to half of the questions and the video was so long I didn't want it to be like an hour long. So I will be doing part 2 again in a few weeks. So make sure you are following me on Instagram, and I will be putting another story up for questions. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a good day.